And I was just about to record my latest video, but I came across these two comments, alright? I'm gonna be honest, homeboy, okay. I don't think your kids are gonna care about what games you really like right now. They're going to be the Fortnite of the future, and that's fine. Alright, he makes a good point. But what you must understand is, my good man, when I have kids, I would at least like to show them what video games were like back then. Okay, how can I explain it without sounding like a complete dumbass right now? I'm using 1% of my brain cells the whole time, ladies and gentlemen, so I apologize. When I have kids one day, I want them to at least experience something that they haven't seen before in the modern age. Take for instance Super Mario 64. Unfortunately, the only way you can really play it right now is if you get the Super Mario 3D All-Stars on the Nintendo Switch. But to buy the N64 cartridge and an N64 and an N64 controller and the adapters and the right television so you can actually play it is a hefty amount of money. So I love emulation. That's the reason why without emulation I wouldn't be able to experience Super Mario 64. To show my kids that that was such an amazing platformer that inspired me to keep playing platforming games. Super Mario 64 was the game that literally started my platforming genre of games. I loved platforming games. As soon as I played Super Mario 64, you can freaking do backflips, triple jump, and I was playing that on Android, by the way. I didn't even have an N64. Now imagine my kids could experience that same feeling that I experienced before, you know? I just want my kids to experience something that they never got to experience in the future. This comment underneath it actually makes sense. Someone kids will. There are already examples of that when it comes to old games that we can thankfully still play. The fact that so many gamers apparently roll over and accept that devs and publishers will just revoke their access to a game when they paid for is just evidence that they're numb to the practice. There really is no good reason for it. Exactly. I agree with this absolutely. So yes, both comments are very valuable. Thank you. I even added that I respect that. I respect any person's comments. Hey, listen, you call me a fat fuck, okay? I respect that comment. But this is actually valuable comments instead of calling me. I watch too many pyrocynical exposed videos. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just find it funny, you know, just seeing his fat furry. Anyway, okay, I would also like to apologize. Adham, Farahat, 8466. I forgot to do this. I am going to do this at a later date because I got so many games that I want to finish. I will play Minecraft again sometime. I don't feel like playing Minecraft all the time. Okay, I promise. Damn it. Okay, let's go back to the video. I wanted to talk about this game, PewDiePie's Legend of the Brothers. It's such a good game. Surprisingly, I don't understand. I used to play this on an Android 5 years ago, 6 years ago. This was so good. One of the best platforming games I've ever played in my life back then on my tiny little Samsung phone. I think it was not a Pocket Neo. I played this on an LG and I thought it was the most fun platforming experience I've had natively on Android. I never came across an Android platformer game like this. And I'm going to explain to you. Firstly, you start off in PewDiePie's house, you know, him doing things. Then again, it's invaded by barrels, okay? Freaking barrels, you know, those dumbass things. So you smash them, you jump on the head like Mario does, you know. Classic. The classics. And then once you go out of the house, you get to the world map, world hub. You can change your character, you can upgrade their hull, spend money to get power-ups for them, you can get a power-up shields for them. Each of them have different abilities and some power-ups are linked to different characters or multiple characters. So that's freaking awesome. I really like that. The character I played for this playthrough is PewDiePie because I just wanted to get through the game normally. But you could play as Markiplier, Marcia, Jacksepticeye, and Cry. So after going through the world map, you can come across levels with forest, snow, car chasing even, which is freaking awesome. Well, really, car chasing, you jump on the cars, and then you come across the general barrel, ice barrel, and then the king barrel, and that's when you finish the game. But there are a few things I would like to note about this game. The music by RushJet is extremely awesome. I don't know how they do it, but this type of retro feeling is really good. I don't know how they do that, but it just feels awesome when I'm playing PewDiePie Legend of the Brothers. It just feels good to play a game with a good soundtrack. I think any game that has a good soundtrack, if the game is shit, at least I have something to go back on. I can download it into my playlist and listen to the soundtrack, okay? When I know a game soundtrack's good, you know a game soundtrack's good. I think there were a few parts that I didn't understand. I completely forgot, even though I finished the game 4 times now. The dinosaur. The dinosaur, when it runs up to you, you have to go underneath it. If you don't go underneath the dinosaur before it bites you, it rips you to shreds and you can't get past. So please, go under the dinosaur's legs when it runs at you, because otherwise you're basically doomed. Anyways, I just wanted to make a video about this game because I thought that it needed the attention, and I just love the game so much that I really wanted to make a video about it. Next video, it's probably going to be about another game that I'm playing or something I'm enjoying currently at the moment. I honestly don't do drama videos a lot, actually. The videos that I'm doing now about pirate software and stuff like that, I don't necessarily do that all the time, by the way, so keep that in mind. I just do it because I want to spread awareness about Stop Killing Games. By the way, if you want to do the Stop Killing Games petition, I have a link to it in the description. You can go down. If you are part of the EU, you can sign over there. Right now, I'm gonna go back to playing System Shock 2, baby. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, hold on. Just before I can end this video, right, I almost finished this, but I just received another comment, alright? Somebody just made another comment on that pirate software video. It's going crazy. Once again, somebody didn't watch the original videos. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Okay, hold on. This is actually a good comment. Hold on. This person that said right here, video game covers, saying pirate software misrepresented the Stop Killing Games movement is actually misrepresenting what he said, and the fact that nobody's willing to admit that he was explaining how it could be misrepresented based on the vague wording and phrasing makes it very funny to see phrases and Thor just doesn't want to admit his faults and mistakes. Hope this can change. I wish people will actually stop misrepresenting what he said. Somebody who initially read it and came to a conclusion before Thor even mentioned anything on it. That being said, I work in an industry that is also extremely precise with wording and phrasing. As a random video I found on YouTube said, I hope this can change. Although I'm convinced 99% of people talking about it are just drama baiting and people using him to grow their channels. Okay, this is actually an extremely good comment. I really like this comment. It's very informative, and I would personally like to say, I hope that I didn't come across as trying to grow my channel. I was actually defending Stop Killing Games because initially, to me, my whole point of view is to help games be preserved in the future. I didn't actually watch Thor's video, and that's how I actually oh my goodness, this actually makes a lot of sense. You know what? You got me straight down. Oh my, that is crazy. And I know what you mean by people using it to grow their channels. I've actually watched so many videos now on YouTube that are making videos about this whole situation. I feel like the Stop Killing Games movement has gotten to a point where there's a lot of people that support it and want people to actually preserve games in the future, and a lot of other people that are defending Thor and saying that what he's saying is right, and logically speaking, he has good facts. Now, I did not watch the video. If you do feel like this has been misrepresented completely on the video that I made, I apologize. But still, if you were to insult the Stop Killing Games movement, you can do it by in a better way. You don't have to be very aggressive towards the Stop Killing Games movement. I think that was the main issue that I had. If you want to, I'll put a link. You know what? I'll put a link to Thor's video. I'll put a link to both of the videos down there so you can see for yourself and interpret it in your own way. I want to pin this comment so you can see, you can read it for yourself and interpret it, and then you can make a whole summary by yourself and what you think about this whole situation. I do hope that video games will be preserved in the future because that's what I ultimately stand for as someone who just loves video games. I just hope that Thor isn't getting the hate, and honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, he doesn't deserve the hate, but could have gone by it in a better way. So yeah. That's all I have to say about this whole situation. Okay, hold on. I just finished the video. I just exported it. And now this guy makes another comment. Okay, listen. As I said before, if I'm gonna keep going on this, I do apologize. I want to focus on my video games. But what I will do is, my channel isn't primarily focused on drama, and I hope you do understand that. I'd much rather link it so then other people can interpret it, because my stance is, I want to support Stop Killing Games, and I will do that no matter what happens. And that's the reason why I made those videos in the first place. If you want to read this guy's comments, which I think is very informative, by the way, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to re-edit the video now, publish it, and then that's that. Alright, I want to get this out of the way because I love PewDiePie's Legend of the Brofist, and I just wanted to go back to play System Shock 2, but I went back to, okay, hold on. Alright, thank you for the comment though. Please, okay? Calm down. You read a lot of things, my good man.